Hey friends, thanks for tuning in for another adventure. I hope you're all doing splendid today. But today's video is going to be the Geekology book tag. And I had to do this once I saw this on Scientist Reading Room's channel. I had to do it. Like once he covered it, I had to do it because I am a geek at heart, and I think I will be forever. But since I'm so excited to get into this tag, I'm just going to kick it off and get into question number one. Question number one is, what was the book that really made you feel like a geek? I've got to give it to Fireborn by Rosaria Mundra. I love dragons, absolutely love dragons. And this one involves dragons, but then it also kind of involves like a little bit of the elements of the Russian Revolution in it as well. It follows two different perspectives, one being as the kind of Lee, whose family was murdered, and he's kind of the only survivor, and he's basically like the Anastasia of the Russian Revolution. And then you have Annie, who was kind of, her family was murdered, and then they kind of meet together at this orphanage, and then they kind of go to this dragon academy. And I love the dragon academy aspect to it and just everything that was going on with it. And this series, like in the second book, Flamefall, it really expanded on the dragon fighting and kind of dog fighting involved. But once I read this, I knew that I was a geek, and I will forever love dragons. And I can't wait for the third book. I don't know if I can wait, actually. I need it now. Definitely an underrated series, so if you haven't checked it out, what are you doing? Get to it now. Question number two is to show us your favorite collective figures that you have. And sadly, I don't have any with me. I'm currently in my student apartment, so everything that I have is all back home. So I have nothing, and I don't know, am I really a geek if I don't have any kind of collectible figures? I don't think so. So I failed you, BookTube. I'm sorry. And all my fellow geeks out there, I'm struggling to kind of, yeah, I'm sorry. Question number three involves some clothes that involve some kind of geeky things. And I've got several here picked out. Let me grab them real quick. They're all Marvel. I just love Marvel, and they're the only shirts that I have, and they're still on the hangers, I'm sorry. But this first one is a Doctor Strange one, and I think it's my favorite out of all of them. Like everything that's going on with it, I love it. It's got like a little serpent dragon thing up here. You probably can't see very well. But yeah, it's just got everything. I want to get like a tattoo of this, but you gotta have money for that. So that's the first one. This other one, Black Panther. Stunning. Black Panther was one of my favorite movies, superheroes. Love it. And this final one of my favorite kind of anti-heroes. It's the Venom one. The symbiotic sweets. You got them down here. Dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. Everything about all these. This is only a couple. I've got a ton. I don't know. I always go to my local thrift store, and they're just always got some Marvel shirts. So these are just my favorites. I almost forgot about this one, but this one is too. Shout out to my mom for making this. This is the new merch for the channel. It's just like an out of this world reader. She made this from scratch. Pretty cool. I love it so much. Question number four is, have you ever done cosplay? And sadly, I have never done cosplay. Unless you count like Halloween as a kid. I was always Spider-Man. But if I was to do cosplay, I would definitely be either Doctor Strange or Spider-Man. Again, going back to my childhood, I feel like I've got like this skinny kind of body type of Tom Holland. Even though I look nothing like him, I feel like I could be another version, like a kind of like a cheaper budget version of Spider-Man, and just Doctor Strange, because I just love magic. So those two I would definitely be if I ever went to cosplay, which I hope to maybe in the future. Speaking of Doctor Strange, the next question involved the last comic that you read, or graphic novel. And the last one I read was Doctor Strange by Doctor Strange Surgeon Supreme. And I enjoyed this. But guess what? This is their kind of revamp that they did. And then Marvel shut it down. So now I am disappointed because there will no longer be any more editions in this kind of revamp. So I'll have to go back and reread all the kind of originals if I can get my hands on them. But I really enjoyed this. Another one that I really want to check out is Sandman. I got like the whole first collection, and I really want to dive into that because I love the audiobook version of that. And then I recently picked up Nameless as well, which it looks pretty interesting. It's kind of got some like astronauts and stuff like that, so interesting. Question number 6 is, what is your favorite video game? And I've got so many. I feel like every game that I get, I just fall in love with. But I really enjoy Skyrim, Stardew Valley on the Switch. That is so like calming and relaxing. Anytime I'm stressed from school, I go to that. Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us. There's so many that I love. Fallout. Like I could sit here all day and name a lot of video games. What is it called? Just any kind of Mario game. Legends of Zelda. I love video games, if you can't tell. But yeah, PlayStation or Switch. I really want to get a PlayStation 5, but you gotta have money for that, so yeah. Question number 7 is, what is your favorite manga or anime? And I'm gonna have to either go, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna say a couple. I really like Blood of Zeus and Castlevania. I believe those are both kind of Netflix originals. Castlevania, I believe a lot of people kind of checked it out, but it's like Dracula and vampires and a giant war going on. And I loved it from the start. And sadly, I haven't checked out the new series, or the new season, because I've kind of been rewatching. But another one, Blood of Zeus, kind of Greek mythology, and I love that as well. And what was another one? I really want to check out more kind of manga and anime, so if you have any great recommendations for like Netflix, Hulu, or just any platform, please let me know because I would love to dive into more. Question number 8 is, do you play board games and do you have any? I have a lot of board games. I am pretty old-fashioned, I guess. I have like chess and checkers. Those are the ones I really enjoy for some reason. I don't know why. Those are probably like the most boring for everyone, but I just enjoy kind of the strategy behind that. And once COVID is finally kind of up, I really want to get into playing some D&D. I don't know what it is about that. I wish I would have played that when I was younger, but I think since I went to like a smaller school, nobody was playing it. And once I found out about it and looked more into it, I wanted to dive into it immediately. Like everything about it is so cool. I need to get on board with that soon. But that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed that. Getting to know my little geek side of me that I don't really show very often, but I hope you all have a splendid day, and I'm going to leave you with a message from Ellie, who said that adventure is out there. So I'll catch you next time. Bye.